Welcome back, everyone. We've got a mountain of AI news to dig into today. Discord, Reddit, articles, the whole shebang.
Yeah, you guys really piled it on.
But that's what we're here for, right? To find those hidden gems you won't find just by skimming the headlines.
Absolutely. Those insights that make you go, whoa, didn't see that coming.
So we're talking affordable AI, those agents popping up everywhere, and how everyone's trying to make AI cheaper and easier to use.
It's a fast-moving landscape right now.
That's an understatement. Okay, first up, this whole affordable AI thing. OpenAI's models were amazing, but super pricey.
Right, that was a big barrier for a lot of folks.
But now, Berkeley researchers are like, hold my beer. They dropped Sky T1, a 32 billion parameter model.
And it can go toe-to-toe with OpenAI on certain tasks, which is wild.
But here's the kicker. $450 to train it. Not thousands, not millions. $450.
That's the kind of shift that changes everything. Suddenly, so many more people can work with advanced AI.
Startups popping up left and right, building stuff we haven't even imagined yet.
It's a wave of innovation fueled by accessibility.
And it's not just Sky T1. Mistral's new Codestral model has a context window of 262,000 tokens.
I know, right? It's like giving the AI a novel to read and saying, remember all of it.
Exactly. Legal documents, research papers, maybe even writing those choose-your-own-adventure stories, but with crazy depth.
The possibilities are mind-blowing, though not everyone's cheering just yet.
Right. There are those cautionary voices, too.
Yeah, some experts are worried about this heavy reliance on curated data, the synthetic stuff.
Like it might ace the tests, but then struggle in the real world. A bit like learning to swim in a pool and then being tossed in the ocean.
Exactly. So, yeah, smaller, faster, cheaper models are huge. But we need to be realistic, too.
Absolutely. Still, it's a new era for AI. That accessibility is going to ripple out in ways we can't even predict.
Agreed. It'll be fascinating to watch how this unfolds.
Now, let's talk about something else that's everywhere. AI agents. Seriously, it's like they're multiplying overnight.
Coding assistants, travel bookers, even agents writing Wikipedia-style entries. It's wild.
It's the shift from AI that just reacts to AI that takes action. Big difference.
Right, like having an assistant who not only understands what you want, but can go out and do it.
Speaking of doing things, there's this cybersecurity researcher who built an agent specifically for cyber deception.
Oh, yeah, I read about that.
It simulates over 1,000 adversary connections like a super-powered honeypot.
And it's already catching scams. Imagine having a custom AI agent for your needs.
That's the thing, right? Learning your workflows, constantly adapting, making your life easier. Pretty cool.
It's definitely a glimpse into the future.
But let's be real for a sec. AI can be expensive. GPUs, API calls. Not everyone can play at that level.
Yeah, it's like having a fancy sports car but not being able to afford the gas.
Exactly. Luckily, we're seeing some changes there too.
Yeah.
Companies like Hyperbolic Labs are making GPU rentals way more affordable.
Making those H100s and A100s accessible to a wider audience, which is awesome for innovation.
And if you want to try out a bunch of different models without going broke, there's this cool Telegram chatbot.
DivRe's AI, right?
Yep. 200 plus models, $24.99 a month. Talk about an AI buffet.
It's like pick your model, pick your task, and go wild.
Exactly. But as AI gets more powerful and accessible, it raises some big questions.
Ethical questions, societal questions,
Yeah.
stuff we really need to be talking about.
Definitely food for thought. But hey, before we go down that rabbit hole.
All this talk about accessibility makes me think about those AI Discord servers.
Oh, for sure. They're like the grand central station for the AI community.
Right. Everyone's there sharing projects, asking for help, debating the latest drama.
Yeah. And the energy is incredible. It's clear people are excited about AI, eager to learn, to collaborate.
That's leading to some really cool stuff. Teams forming, new models being built. It's amazing.
Like the Unsloth AI server. They're all about making AI easier to use, especially for folks just starting out.
Tons of resources, pre-trained models. It's a great place to dip your toes in.
Then you've got servers like Eleuther AI, which is more on the cutting-edge research side.
Big brain stuff, figuring out new architectures for those massive language models.
And don't forget the specialized servers. Code generation, collaborative coding, experimenting with different models.
It's like an AI choose-your-own-adventure. No matter what you're into, there's a community for it.
And what I love is that sense of shared purpose. It's not just about my project, it's about helping each other.
Totally. AI isn't just about the tech, it's about the people. And as it gets more powerful, that's even more important.
Right, we need to be talking about the ethics, the impact on society.
Yeah.
And these servers are a space for that.
Like the NOS research server, they're digging into those tough questions.
Yeah.
Bias, fairness, accountability.
Really important stuff.
Yeah.
Now, switching gears a bit, let's talk about text-to-speech, or TTS.
Oh yeah, remember when TTS sounded like robots trying to be human? Kind of funny, but not that useful.
Right. But thanks to deep learning, PTS has come a long way.
Seriously, some of these systems sound so natural now.
It's mind-blowing, and the possibilities are huge. Imagine listening to any text, like news articles, novels.
In a voice you choose, that sounds totally human.
Exactly. And think about virtual assistants that actually sound like you're talking to a person.
Or the impact for people with visual impairments. Suddenly, so much information becomes accessible in a whole new way.
TTS is powerful stuff. And speaking of powerful, there's Kokoro TTS. It's achieving incredible things with surprisingly few parameters.
Yeah, I was reading about that. They're using only 82 million parameters, which is tiny compared to some other systems.
Right, so how are they doing it? Well, they're leveraging synthetic data generated by AI systems like OpenAI and ElevenLabs.
So using AI to train AI, that's pretty meta.
Totally. And it's not just the data. They've also tweaked the architecture of StyleTTS too, which Kokoro is based on.
Shows how innovative this field is. People are constantly finding ways to push the boundaries, even with limited resources.
And the results are impressive. Kokoro's speech is supernatural sounding, captures those subtle nuances of human voices.
And their voice cloning is crazy good. They recreated that sky voice that OpenAI took down using just a few minutes of audio.
Yeah, that was wild. Makes you think about who owns a digital voice, right?
Definitely something to ponder. But hey, it's another example of how innovation is happening everywhere, from big labs to solo developers.
And it proves you don't need a supercomputer to do amazing things with AI. It's about creativity, pushing those limits.
Totally agree. Now, shifting gears again, what about those AI-powered coding tools?
The ones that are supposed to make us all coding wizards. I gotta admit, I'm both excited and a little scared.
Yeah, I get that. It's natural to feel a bit apprehensive when a tech could change how you work so drastically.
But these tools are here, and they're evolving fast. We're talking writing code faster, debugging better, even generating whole blocks from scratch.
It's a game changer for developers. More productivity, more time to focus on the creative, big picture stuff.
Right. Imagine just describing what you want the code to do, and bam, the AI writes it for you.
It's like that scene in Her, right?
Exactly. And we're getting closer to that every day. Tools like Codeium are already making waves.
Oh yeah, Codeium's cool. Integrates right into your code editor, suggests stuff as you type, even writes code for you.
And it's not just for solo devs. They've got features for teams to collaborate better, share code snippets.
Really streamlining that whole development process.
Then there's Cursor IDE, which is built with AI from the ground up.
Cursor's interesting because you can talk to it, like ask questions about your code, get explanations.
It's like having an AI pair programmer sitting next to you.
Right. And it can help with debugging, testing, deployment. It's a whole platform.
I'm really intrigued by those collaborative features. Imagine working on code in real time, and the AI is there to guide you.
It's a huge leap forward for teams using agile methodologies.
But let's be real, these tools aren't perfect.
Of course not. They're still early days, and AI can make mistakes, misunderstand complex stuff.
We can't forget that they're supposed to help us, not replace us.
Right. It's all about augmenting our skills, making us better coders, not making us obsolete.
Exactly. Developers need to understand what these tools are good at and where they still need a human touch.
They're powerful allies, not magic solutions. Now, this whole open source versus closed source thing in AI, that's getting heated.
Oh yeah, the battle between sharing and control.
Wes,
Classic.
the open source folks are all about making AI accessible to everyone, speeding up innovation, more eyes on the code.
Democratizing AI, they call it.
Exactly. But then you've got the closed source side, arguing that proprietary code means better quality control, less risk of misuse.
Yeah, that's the big fear, right? Some bad actor getting hold of a powerful AI and using it for something shady.
It's a tough one. Both sides have valid points, and we're seeing this hybrid approach emerging.
Like releasing some parts as open source, keeping the core stuff under wraps.
Trying to find that sweet spot between openness and control. It's happening with those Discord servers, too.
Oh, totally. Some servers are dedicated to specific open source projects. Others are tied to companies that do both.
It's this mix of collaboration and competition, which makes AI so dynamic, I think.
Speaking of competition, that quest for better and cheaper access to AI is heating up.
Definitely. Powerful hardware, expensive software, huge data sets. It's a real barrier to entry for a lot of people.
Like trying to climb a mountain with no gear.
Exactly. Thankfully, there are companies and organizations working to make AI more democratic.
It's like setting up base camp, making the climb easier for everyone.
GPU rental services like Hyperbolic Labs are huge. Those H100s and A100s are now within reach for smaller teams, startups.
It's like renting a Sherpa to carry your gear instead of buying everything yourself.
And it's not just hardware. Platforms offering access to tons of AI models through affordable subscriptions.
Like that DeVries chatbot we talked about.
Yeah.
200 plus models for $25 a month. It's crazy.
An all-you-can-eat AI buffet.
Exactly. And then you've got organizations like Google opening up their AI tools through initiatives like the AI Test Kitchen.
That's a cool one. It's about letting people experience AI firsthand, get a feel for what it can do.
So important, right? The more people who understand AI, the better.
Totally agree. Now, along with affordability, there's this big push for AI tools that are easier to use.
Because what good is a powerful AI if only a handful of experts can figure out how to use it?
Exactly. It's like having a state-of-the-art climbing harness but not knowing how to put it on. Useless.
So we're seeing this shift from complex interfaces to visual, drag-and-drop stuff, even talking to AI in plain English.
Like having a translator for all that tech jargon, making AI accessible to everyone.
Which is key, right?
Yeah.
If we want AI to benefit everyone, it needs to be something everyone can use.
Absolutely. And even experienced AI folks benefit from tools that streamline their work, automate those tedious tasks.
It frees them up to focus on the bigger picture, the creative stuff. Hugging Face is doing some great work in this area.
Oh yeah, they're fantastic. Their platform is super user-friendly, even if you're not an AI whiz.
A one-stop shop for AI models, data sets, tools, and tons of educational resources too.
Like a boot camp for aspiring AI enthusiasts.
And we're seeing this user-friendliness extend beyond the developer tools.
Yeah.
AI-powered apps for everyday folks.
Totally. Writing assistants like Grammarly, those are powered by AI. So many people use them without even realizing it.
Right. AI is becoming this invisible helper, making our lives a little easier, a little better. Pretty cool when you think about it.
It is. Now, before we wrap things up, gotta talk about AI agents.
Oh yeah, this is where things get really interesting.
AI agents are a whole different ballgame. It's not just about AI doing tasks. It's about AI being your partner.
Like having a personal assistant advisor, even a friend who just gets you.
That's the idea, right? An AI that anticipates your needs, learns your preferences, takes care of things so you don't have to.
Imagine an AI that manages your schedule, books your trips, even negotiates deals for you.
It's mind-blowing. And it's not just personal stuff. Imagine the impact on healthcare, finance, education.
Doctors getting help with diagnoses, personalized learning experiences. The possibilities are endless.
Endless and a bit scary, honestly. We need to be careful here.
Oh, absolutely. Bias in algorithms, data privacy, the potential for misuse. These are big concerns.
We can't just let AI agents loose without thinking about the consequences.
We need those conversations, those guidelines to make sure AI agents are used ethically for the good of everyone.
It's about empowering us, not controlling us.
Exactly. And the good news is people are talking about this. Researchers, organizations, policymakers, they're all working on it.
It's a journey we need to take together, humans and AI, side by side.
So there you have it, folks. A whirlwind tour of the AI landscape, from the cutting-edge tech to the ethical dilemmas.
It's a crazy, exciting time to be following AI. Things are changing so fast.
And the best part, we're just getting started. Who knows what amazing things we'll uncover next week.
Can't wait to find out.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive, everyone. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep questioning.